I want to talk about absolutely the worst game ever created. This doesn't even deserve to stamp Double Dragon. Period. I'm sure some of you may hold some great emotional feelings towards this version of the game, but I assure you, you are alone. Released in 1990, the arcade version saw many ports on many consoles. This Sega Genesis port was the last in line of release, while the first and best port is the NES version. That version came in so positively hard that the Genesis version is considered by many a much lesser version. The NES version actually boosted the franchise in a new direction, with some new aspects, namely switching characters and an edgier art style. It's apparent that this version is the only version that was released by a separate company called Flying Edge, who made Bart Simpson vs. Space Mutants, another great game. I'm just going to lay it down and expose everything that's wrong with this game. There are reasons why I loathe this game so much. In fact, I sometimes play this game as a gag whenever friends or family members come to visit, to make them miserable, depressed, and to showcase them the bottom of the barrel which lies in the underworld of gaming. The game doesn't even have a storyline. Characters Jimmy and Billy are just thrown in a situation where they need to find 3 stones for this. What is this even? Is it a true life form? Holy Christ, why did the artist have to make this creature so detailed and weird? It's supposed to be an old lady somehow, but away with it, yuck. The game only has a few missions, and the first one starts you off in America and the rest of the missions are across the world. Every mission exists out of just 1 to a maximum of 3 screen sections, with just less than 10 bland enemies that walk towards you. All these guys can be knocked down with just 1 or 2 blows, which makes this fight not even worth having. The graphic art gets even worse from here. Characters look bloated, overly detailed and comically exaggerated. Their muscles and height proportions are inconsistent when walking, falling and fighting. Every frame animation differs so much from its previous one that it's hard to take these enemies serious. This guy looks like a llama. This guy looks like he's sleeping. But now comes the part where I tell you what's absolutely dreadful about this game. The thing which makes this game so unbearable to play. It is the god-awful hit detection. Let me show you. In normal games like the NES version, characters don't have to stand on the exact pixel line to take a hit or punch. Just being in the same line a few pixels above or beyond it is enough to strike and connect a punch or kick. This game, however, wants you to align exactly on the same row of pixels as the enemy, or else the kicks and punches won't connect. The results are disastrous. More than half of your strikes are misses, while the enemies connect their hits instantly. Not only is it frustrating, it also absorbs your mental and physical energy while playing. I'm tapping so hard on my controller, hoping to connect a hit. Mentally, this is a challenge because I'm thinking this punch may finally connect. Enemies just gang up on you on the very first screen you encounter on each stage. You will lose a lot of lives and continues in just the first minute because the programming of the enemies is so ruthless. There is no build up of whatsoever. They want you dead the first second and will stop at nothing. The best and first option every time is to flee inside the shop and buy all the crap this store has, meaning extra lives and what more. This gives you time to breathe for just a moment before the shit goes down again. Lady, give me that sword, these guys outside want to f***ing kill me, don't just smile. Look at these characters that are trapped in front of a car, how ridiculous. Then I bump against a wall, only to sigh because I have to walk back to those idiots so I have to fight them. Look, the door is open, right there. I really hate this shit. Every time I fight a guy, I need to take at least 1 hit. There isn't one fight where I can come off unscathed and walk away with some energy left. There's also absolutely no reason why a man on a motorcycle will be driving back and forth in a factory wanting to kill you. These dangers are so random and off the hook. The boss fights add to that. Who is this guy and why am I fighting him? What does this even have to do with me finding the 3 stones? He dies eventually and shrinks 2 sizes into a blow-up doll, and then the old hag returns out of nothing. Like she's just been sneakily waiting the whole time for me to take these guys out, popping from behind a crate or some shit. Then telling me that the first stone is in China. I swear, this bitch just wanted me to settle some old vendetta she had with these guys in this warehouse. Then this game just sends you randomly to all sorts of places around the world. Don't mind the expense. I also have no idea what the theory and idea is behind the fact that your character muscles up and grows half the size. It does nothing for your strength or gameplay. You fight this worthless Bruce Lee knockoff who goes to sleep when you knock him down. I swear, these boss fights are so unfair and exhausting. There is no way you can survive each and one of them by at least using multiple continues because their hits are so hard and precise, while yours are mostly misses, even when standing on the exact same pixel line. You can clearly see my hits go past the characters, and then the game spells out the obvious. It would have been better to just give up at this point, Billy. So you get more gang ups in Japan. I swear everyone is just out to kill you worldwide. All because you need to search for them damn stones with no explanation. She's actually forcing me to help her against my will. This is just blunt kidnapping. So you might be wondering at this point, how is this game even enjoyable with such major flaws? It is absolutely not. It's not that this game is very difficult or something. If it was programmed correctly, this would have been a more than average playable game. I mean, look at this absolute horseshit. This sums it up. The lousy, lazy, and laughable programming. Why is all this shit in the way? I can't even see a damn thing. These enemies won't even make me land the first punch. It's programmed so tight, there isn't a single micro gap for landing the first strike. And then this fucking dude on a horse, my god. He keeps cluttering the screen, and when he eventually gets off, when you kill those countless shirtless Italians, get ready to press continue many times. Talk about unfair fights. This guy is like a dildo sex machine with his stabbing. Christ, there's no end to it. We move to Egypt and our biker friend is back driving on sand and you disappear into quicksand. Why? Why even bother? You arrive in some magical forest and these forest creatures just literally tentacle whip you to death, which results in a cruel and fast game over. Now I've made it further than this in the past, but those are 2-player sessions and I upped the continues in the option screen. It's also a dumb design choice that you have to hold 3 buttons simultaneously to get to the option screen. In any case, I give myself 25 continues instead of 15, and I'll play the game with player 2 aside me, so we can take some punches and I can strike the enemies from behind. Now this tactic works fine for a while, but when continues run out, that's when the shit goes to its old ways again. It doesn't matter how you play it. This game has no easy, normal, or hard mode. This game is just set to permanent hardcore death mode all the time. It's a wall of unforgiving, humiliating pixel mess that does not care about your feelings. Slap, 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 die! I mean, by now the Double Dragon should know that the old lady is tricking them, right? She's good in giving orders, that's for sure. Do this, do that, go there. Okay, so when you enter this building, or whatever it's supposed to be, shit just gets random. Hands pop out of the floor, which are easily to avoid. Ramming dildo sex guy reappears, and there's a frisbee with spikes going up and down. I think some graphic artist made this animation in his spare time and just added this cause it looked cool. This part makes no sense. You have to open the door by spelling out Rosetta by jumping on the letters while some mummy alien tries to grab you. You enter and then you get beat up by fat mummies. That's it. That's all I can take. This is as far as I ever got. There are no cheats, no extra lives, power-ups hidden in trash cans, weapons, nothing. This game gives you nothing. It's as dry as it comes. Walk from left to right, get the shit beat out of you, and try to make it as far as possibly as you can. It's mind-numbing, atrocious, and the best way to end in a depression. Every time I play this game, I feel cheated. Hours wasted that I could spend on better things to do. This video serves as a public warning. Just don't ever. If you enjoyed me rambling about this horrible game and want to see more of me talking about retro games, consider the subscribe button down below. You should also tick the notification bell to keep updated whenever a new video of these sorts is released. And I'll see you on the next In Retrospective video.